Right, it's time for Sports, and Gary Smith is here with details of Ghana's first win at the AFCON. Well, the first match apparently ended up in a win for us.
Yes.
What's your assessment of the game?
They won.
Yeah, but what does it tell?
It tells that they were able to play 90 minutes of football and they won.
Okay, they got a penalty. What I mean is,
yes,
are we supposed to, be confident about?
You are supposed to be confident that at least you went to the AFCON and won the first game. I know what you mean. It wasn't the first half. Ghana dominated. The second half gave people a lot of jitters because they felt that a couple of players, slacking in the way they played. Basically, people feel that there are things to fix in the team,
right.
And that's why it's a tournament. You progress as you go along.
Yeah.
You'd rather have that go up all the way and come down.
Okay.
So next game is on Saturday.
My high point of the game, at one point I was sitting on tenterhook. Said that was when you got the penalty. I was going to shoot it, and I was like, okay, what if it misses?
I know.
I was dreading it. Anyway, you carry on with the sports.
Thank you, Israel, and thank you for joining us on the day. The Group D matches begin at the African Cup of Nations. There is another one ongoing at the moment, I'll tell you. But Andre converted the spot kick as the Black Stars beat Uganda in the opener for the group. Football fans shared their views on the 1-0 win.
Yeah, the game. I think it was good, but I was not happy about the performance. Especially when Sinyafu was doing really bad, and then Jordan Ayew too. It was not good, but I think it's better. It's better.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm not convinced. It was getting scary getting to the last minute of the game because they started very well a little bit. After the first half, 25 minutes, they were playing very good. But it came to a time that Achu was starting playing. I said in a 3 days on fire, kind of well, because he was a little bit angry. But with overall, I think they did well. But I was really disappointed with the coach when he changed Asamoah because the Ghana was putting a little bit pressure on them when things were getting loose.
Yeah, we are impressed. We are impressed to the extent that what they did in the World Cup. Yeah, now we want them to do more than that, so that we support them. But if they didn't perform well and they came out without nothing by playing second position or any distance, we are not going to support that. So we want them to do something so that we support them.
Well, I would say with the win I am impressed, but with the kind of play that the Black Stars plays, I am not impressed with it. If you are going to play like this till the end of the tournament, then I have to say that I'm not sure we would go any further. But then if they up their game, I'm sure that we'll get some.
It seemed that Uganda played us in the second half, and it seemed the midfield was totally lost for us. And I saw that, from my observation, there's something need to be done at the midfield, and even also the striking. Because if Asamoah is not there, that means we don't have any striker again. Because we can't rely on Jordan Ayew. For me, there's a lot of work we need to do.
Right, so let's get the highlights of the game that they said, or the bulk of the people you saw said, they weren't too happy with in terms of the performance. This is how it happened in Port-Gentil.
Total African Cup of Nations finals, so we still have a decent effort on goal. It might come here now. Jordan Ayew looks up, lost that almost from an incredibly tight angle towards goal when his elder brother. Full again now, gets Jordan Ayew away, looks up, Jones waiting in the middle, squares it here for Dede Ayew! First shot on target from Ghana is saved by Dennis Onyango. In the tone for the region. Now what's happened here? Penalty's been given. Isaac Asinde, with a moment of madness, gets a yellow card as well. How undervalued he was. Well, he pulled him back. Lost concentration, a bit of focus. He was in trouble there. And Andre Ayew to take the penalty to put Ghana in the lead in this opening match in Group D to get the Black Stars underway. He's up against the best goalkeeper in Africa. He beats him. Dede Ayew celebrates. taking controls of it. It was an early effort, now back live again. The ball bobbles around, shot. Oh, that's just gone over the top. So Jordan Ayew's done his job. Now a chance at the other end. Onyango with a fine save. Christian Atsu is denied in these closing stages.
Ghana got a 3 points. For me, that's all that matters, really. But a couple of things that happened. Christian Atsu, he had a very good, especially the first half. And as you know, he was the most valuable player in the last African Cup of Nations in 2015. He was the man of the match today. Secondly, other factors. Andre Ayew's goal means that he has passed his father. Abedi Pele scored only 6 goals in the African Cup. Dede has scored 7. Also, it now makes him Ghana's joint top AFCON scorer together with Asamoah Gyan and Osei Kofi, meaning that if either Asamoah Gyan or Andre Ayew scores again in the AFCON, they become Ghana's top scorer in the tournament. Also, we have Harrison Afful, and he came into this tournament being one of our most consistent players in the last calendar year. He played 2,567 minutes in the last calendar year, and that's an interesting stat as well. So this was the starting 11 for the Black Stars. Brahma started, Harrison Afful, Baba Rahman. Baba Rahman had, I think, a tackle by one of Uganda's players. It was Luwaga Kizito who tackled Baba Rahman, so Baba had to go off. We hope he'll be better. Amate, Boy, Pate, Wakaso, Achu, Andre Ayew, Jordan Ayew, and Asamoah Gyan. That was the starting 11 for Ghana. It was a 4-4-2. So, it happened in Port Gentil, and my colleague Benedict Owusu-Dankwa was there. Hello, Benedict.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, you sound cheerful and, well, chirpy.
Yes, I sound cheerful.
So you've been there. You've been there at the press conference, Benedict. What have they been saying at the press conference? Yes.
Yes, Avram Grant was so excited, after the win, and actually admitted that the team didn't really play well for him. He believed that they could have done better, especially when they created some more chances in the first half. But in the second half, the Ugandans took the game to Ghana. They played very well, and for me, Uganda actually should have taken the equalizer. If you look at how well they played, I think the result was not a true reflection of the game. Ghana, yes, for me, played very well in the first half, but Uganda played very well. But Avram Grant was so excited and also noted that he thinks they must improve on their game going into the game against Mali, as well as if they want to go forward. And surprisingly, he defended Jordan Ayew and stated that Ayew was the best player on the pitch. Which, Gary, you were also so surprised.
Well, and before you go on, Benedict, before you came on air, we have gone onto the streets of Accra, and a lot of people are unhappy with the way Jordan plays. So, very interesting that Avram Grant says that.
Yes, absolutely. Very, very interesting that Avram Grant made mention of how, for him, Jordan Ayew played his best game since taking over the Black Stars in this very game. For us, all of us, monitoring on social media, we all saw the bashing, we all saw what people were saying about Jordan's performance, but Avram Grant thinks otherwise. For him, Jordan played very, very well, and he believes that, Jordan's experience as well as the other players will be needed going forward. And also lamented that Baba Rahman's injury is not something that serious. I actually spoke to Baba Rahman after the game, and he also alleged about his injury. He believes he probably could pick up and come back in the second game. But one more important thing was that Asamoah Gyan also spoke to us and actually made mention of the story that broke yesterday about him leaving camp over the captaincy dispute with Andre Ayew. He stated clearly that they would want fans to desist from that, or whoever is behind those stories should desist from that, because these are stories that can jeopardize their campaign. Yeah. They need the support of Ghanaians as they attempt to end the country's 65-year war. So it's a mixture of Avram Grant as well as some of the players I spoke to, and obviously we'll hear from all of them on tomorrow's edition of Sports Center as well as our shows on TV.
Right, Benedict, so quickly, you've spoken about how the players feel. In a word, how Avram Grant feels.
Before you can go on, I have guys.
Yeah.
Before you can go on, I have with me Martin King, and he won comments from BBC this afternoon on the game. So I'll just his thoughts on today's game if you have time. Okay, so Martin, today you actually commentated on that game involving Ghana and Uganda. What do you make of the game?
I thought it was a bit scrappy to start with. Both sides really took a long time to settle into it. And Ghana got their first bit. They were really strong in that kind of second half of the first half.
The line is pretty bad from Paul Janti. I think the link between Benedict and Matthew is not working properly. But that's the latest from the Black Stars camp. Meanwhile, in the same group, Egypt and Mali are currently on the pitch in Paul Janti. What's going on? Let's see how that one is going. It's currently 0-0 between Mali and Egypt in that game as well. And if it ends like this, I'm sure the Black Stars will be happy because it means that after the first round of games, they have an advantage going into their second game with Mali on Saturday.
To take the penalty to put Ghana in the lead in this opening match in Group D.
Right, so for the latest on Benedict's interviews, he's going to transcribe everything and put them on the sports page of myjoyonline.com. Head over there. Also follow us on Twitter. We've been live tweeting all the games, and you can follow us for the updates on the Egypt one at Joy Sports GH. That's where you should be. Our hashtag is JoyAFCON. I'm Gary Al Smith. I'll be back tomorrow with more later.